Devourer is just another victim of the sickness infecting our precious land. Many of Ogham's beasts are fearsome and dangerous, but not like this. The infection in the soil, water, and air is changing them. All of them. It is sad to see such a great creature slain, but it was no longer what it once was. I suppose it had to be done. Collected these over time. It's beautiful. I accept. Stay safe, if you can.
Oh, finally! Took down the Devourer, did you? Oh, that's incredible! This is the first real success we've had against the darkness. We can breathe a bit easier now, perhaps even go out and gather food. Now, this won't cover our debt to you, not nearly, but take it as thanks.
It is strange to think. The Vestiri was once home to such forests. Desert fire! Vile sorcery hangs on the air. Corrupted or not, your kind deserve no better. Before me! Tree has an abundance of energy here.
This shade, is it still alive? Perhaps it can give us the answers we seek. Only the Count's sword has the power to bind souls to the tree like this. We must free it somehow. To release that being from the Tree of Souls, we'll need more than simply cutting his rope. The ancient runes that imbue the Count's blade created the binding, and only ancient runes can break it. There is a battlefield not far from here that runs red with rust, where the weapons and armor of countless Ezamites still remain. We call it the Red Veil. You should search the area. There may still be power in some of those centuries-old relics. Renly will know how to forge them, bring the runes to him, and then, perhaps, we shall find some answers. I'll wait here. The old magics will protect me.
little one.
By decree of the Count of Ogham, those condemned to hang from these branches are to be left until their hearts no longer beat, their lungs no longer fill with air, and their flesh is no longer warm. In death, you are not forgiven. Your souls will remain trapped here by this ancient moor of maligned wood, and the grove will be forever denied you. Rot here in the Grellwood for all time, and good riddance.
I thought the Ezomites buried their dead. This must have been some battleground.
You will burn!
see. Ugh, the dead seem to rise in every direction. No matter. I must travel right. That voice, it is bound to this place. I have no space for that.
Ice Nova can chill and freeze enemy. Frost Bomb pulses with ice, reducing enemies' resistance to cold damage.
The last of what I've seen.
We stand united.
I need more time. Not yet. Desert fire. Now, Battle Lord, accept your death.
Hello. Sorry, I was... These are just some odds and... Oh, I like this one.
Here are your spikes, but be cautious. They stayed. I would ask what you need these for, but I'm putting my trust in you. Take a look. That place used to be a kind and warm wood. I even played there when I was young. It's a dark well now, with no way out for most. I'd go with you, but I got people to protect here. Bad enough I have all these folks to protect. I've been worried sick about my son ever since the Count's men arrested him. I was hoping you might have seen him when you were in their custody. He's a big lad, but you can't miss him because, well, he's not from around here. I found him washed up on the riverbanks when he was just a child, a Karoi foundling, perhaps lost by some raiding party. Nobody ever came for him, though. Every day here in Clearfell, I keep my eyes on the river, hoping he'll miraculously wash up on its lonely sands just one more time.
What happened? You have them. Stab them into the runewood sights. The great sword Agnar is currently in Count Gianor's possession. But the mighty rune blade was not always his to wield. It is an ancient weapon of the old magics, inspired by the great wolf himself. Legend says it was forged and runed for the original clan leader so he might lead his people to a new, safer land. This brought them to Farrell, where they found Ogham. The tree itself will not be harmed. Agnar was passed down for the leader of the strongest clan. When the position of Count was established in Ogham, the sword was bound to the roll. But now, Gianor sullies its remarkable history with his misdeeds. I hope I will live to see the day when someone worthy takes up the sword once more. So this is the source of my shadowed dreams. Not the tree, but the shade upon it. As strange as it sounds, I believe we should help this creature. For the Count to bind it to the tree, it must be involved in all of this somehow. There is something very wrong in Ogham, and it may know something of it. My mother's mother told me tales of this tree. Our ancestors used it to attract fey spirits, until it was given a darker purpose under the Eternals. They would leave Ezamites strung up on the tree, alive, to starve, to be pecked at by birds. The Red Veil played host to the final and bloodiest battle of countless conflicts. It was in the heart of that veil that we fought for our freedom against the Eternals. We did win, in a sense, but the cost was far greater than anyone expected. Many generations of able-bodied men and women gave their lives to push off the boot of oppression. Ogham's clans haven't been the same since, even centuries on. Good. Now the others.
Let's see what power the old clans wield.
He's unconscious, but he's breathing. Though, this wound... We should take him back to Clearfell. He may be the only one who knows what truly happened out here. Stay safe, if you can. The wound... It should be fatal, but somehow he clings to life. I fear it will not be long until his song ends. He will never heal while the Count's binding still holds sway. Only by a Count's hand can this binding be released. I know an old tale One that speaks of a ring we might be able to recover, buried 3 centuries ago in our ancient graveyard. A Count's signet ring, bearing his rune of authority. But how to reach it in time? A grim tangle. The overgrown sinkholes and gullies that run beneath Ogham can lead you there. The path is dangerous, but go back to the Grelwood. Find the entrance. We shall see if the spirits of this land still have the will to see you through.
I heard you heading for the village. When I fled for my life, there was no time for me to grab all my smithing tools. If you do manage to reach my forge, you should find them and bring them here. I'll set up a bench, and we can see about working on your equipment.
Blocked. Locked. For now.
If the Fae spirits are still watching, I believe they will help us. Please, wait a moment. The old Malise, you must hurry. It fills my heart to see the spirits of the forest answer my call like that. It just goes to show there are still energies in this world that mean to aid us. My mother and I would come here to gather mushrooms when I was young. Ervig the Druid, one of the Grelwood's resident mystics, would meet us and allow us entry. He was well versed in the tongue of the old magics. But now, well, times certainly have changed. Please, don't eat any of the mushrooms. We need you alive.
of flame! I need more time. now, druid.
My family has been abducted!
Hello. I understand you did what you had to. Please, let us not speak of it further. The graves of our people lie beneath the Eternal's tombs. Despite their best efforts to bury our legacy, we remain. Now they are gone, and we live on. This is the cycle of life as we have always known it. Everyone dies, but the clan endures, and the greatest glory an Ezomite can attain is to live on in a song or a poem. That is why we do not fight the wood and stone to reclaim our buried graves. And it is something the Eternals never understood. We don't need the graves. We still have the songs and the stories that matter. They could never take those from us. He wears an eloquent mask of words. I doubt anyone here has seen what lies beneath. For many summers, I watched him cut smooth circles around the village square, moving from partner to partner, as if he was attending one of those famed eternal masquerades. Always masked. Always pretending to be something he wasn't. Never serious. It's a shame, because when a masquerade ends, everybody that is real goes home. But he'll still be dancing, masked and alone. The first ones ran wild through the Grellwood of old, hunting and brawling as they saw fit. It is said that the spirits of the forest would watch them and be entertained. Over time, the forest became abundant with the joys of those spirits and their old magics. It was a haven for the unity of life and spirit. That place of beauty has now become shadowed and deadly. The curse upon this land has made the known paths of the Grellwood twisted and treacherous. So much so that we can no longer even reach our home. Stay safe if you can.
Aye, tread as heavily as you like. The Eternals stomped their graves all over ours when they had a conqueror's foothold here. Now if those graves have turned up and released their dead, take our vengeance on them. Some even say when the night is darkest, our ancestors still fight theirs among the tombs, and I don't doubt it. A true Esamite never surrenders their land, not even in death. Anything take your fancy?
That bastard tyrant Praetor Draven! He's taken my family hostage! They're being held somewhere beyond these gates. I never thought he would stoop this low. I sent for reinforcements, but it's been so long. I must get through the gate. The keys! Where are the blasted keys? I believe those cowards took them!
This man has known respect in his life, but now he is simply lost.
What is it? Arkham! Oh yes, Arkham! This is the oldest home of the Ezomites as we know ourselves. Past generations departed from here to settle Ezomir and the Isles of Skon. We did not always call this part of Faral our homeland. And now the Eternals have come with their armies and laid claim to this place. It'll be a cold day in the Vastiri Desert before we submit. Before Faral. The songs aren't clear after so much time. A great many generations ago, we were driven here from elsewhere. There was simply too much corruption, too much darkness. It was a time of chaos and terror, and much was lost. Our clan swore that this was the last time we would ever be cast out of our homes. Rise up, Ezomites! We shall drive off these eternal bastards! The Praetor! Oh, the Praetor! That monster! He is the worst man the Eternals could have chosen as a custodian for this territory. Had he come to us in peace, the clans might have been willing to talk, but that damned swine regards us as nothing but dogs. He invaded the village in the night without warning, without honor. He seized my family to try to force us to surrender. The Eternal Empire cares for nothing but power. Mark my words, we will not be ground under the heel of tyranny. The consort? Oh, Asinia. Curse the foul witch. She mired our lands with hexes upon our graves, so the dead may not die. She was but a servant girl to the Praetor's family. It was said she poisoned his first wife, aspired to replace her. She succeeded, and Draven, he was not dismayed by the darkness in her, he embraced it. And together, they conspired in their vile ambitions. Uprising? The uprising, of course. The clans are uniting to fight for their freedom. We are making our stand in the Vale.
Desert fire! that yet.
Are you numbing the head? There's nothing to do.
Die forgotten!
Our victory is never complete, so long as the Ezamites resist us. Let this graveyard erase their stain on the land.
Vitality.
Wall of flame!
Yes? These are...
Frost bolts chill the ground and slow an ember fusillade conjures motes of fire that hover above you. When you stop casting, the embers will launch. Enfeeble is a curse that weakens enemies. Use it on dangerous foes to reduce the damage they can deal. Enfeeble. Enemies hit by Bone Cage will be pinned if they are low on life. Tougher enemies can be pinned using the skill multiple times. The bones last a short time after you use the skill.